Hi there. This time we're going to be looking for sugarcane again. We're going to be looking for cacti again, and possibly even some cows for leather. Kind of again. I wasn't really looking for it before, but anyway, off cam I made a bed out of some of the wool from the sheep. We got 2 white wool, 1 gray wool, and 1 black wool, so I made a bed, and we have some left over. That'll be great. Put that to use later. I'm saving the black wool because I really need at least 2 pieces of black wool for something that you will probably see in later episodes. And I have a fishing rod made, another sword just in case, and that's probably about it for the updates there. I have everything in the hole here, more cooked pork chops, including this. There we go. So now we can get started, shall we? Good. Alright, I think we're going to continue going to the right, sort of behind where we are right now, because I think that might be a good place to go to find sugarcane. I have no idea, actually, because I don't remember what was on that side, but we're going to find out. And, oh, I forgot about all these. Okay, look, we need some right now, and we'll leave a little bit in this area as a what's it called? One of the monument doohickeys, the newfangled directional pointy landmark. Oh, there's that. Oh, that leads right into the thing. Oh yeah, I need to go down there again later. But that is a distraction. That's what we in the business call a no-no. At the moment, that's what I call it. I mean, I'm the only one here. Anyway, we're going that way because I see sugar canes. And then, if, oh man. If we find a desert nearby, we'll look for cacti. And of course, if we find some cows, leather. I'm just telling myself this. I'm not even telling it for anyone else's benefit. But I have to keep myself on track. We're going to get this done. It's happening. It is happening. Still experimenting with those slightly quicker episodes rather than the longer 20-some minute. It fits really well because it allows me to get back to base at the end of the day and then start the next day. Oh, I like these. Sometimes I just don't want to break these because it's so interesting seeing a natural fortall. Oh, man. But hey, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Right now, I need paper for books, obviously. I mean, yeah. Oh, so this is clear water. Again, you didn't get an opportunity to see it in the last episode when I asked, so this time I'll ask again, what do you think of clear water like this? It's a little cheaty, but it does add a lot, I think, to the aesthetic of being underwater, especially in oceans, which I'll hopefully show you later. Oh, I also like to just trim off the top too, even in the wild, because when I can, I like to be entirely neutral in what I take from the environment, except for in the case of fortalls. That's one of the problems I have. I always trim off the top 2 so that it grows back where it originally spawned. And then everything's all neutral except for when I mine the ones that are 4 tall, because of course they never grow that tall again, and everyone is sad. Is that a tree? That's a tree. Is that a floating island? Might be a floating island. Anyway, we have what we came here for. There may be... Oh, coal. We need coal. Because I'm kind of running low. I got 10. I spent a lot cooking all that pork. All that delicious, delicious pig. Oh, so I'm actually using up my chicken first because I kind of like having a massive stockpile of bacon. And chickens annoy me. So that being said, I need more coal with which to bake more pork. Do you bake in a furnace? I think you do, right? You bake. I think that's a better word than just the generic cook. Oh, hey, I missed some sugarcane. Can't have that. And also maybe some more squids. We got the paper for it, so now I think we're going to need some more ink. And maybe that clay would be nice, too. I remember when clay was rare because it only appeared at the coordinates where X and Y were equal or very, very similar. So it was always really difficult to find, and of course now, not so difficult to find, and it's still just about as useless. I find that it looks a bit too modern for Minecraft. I mean, things like the natural bricks, you know, the stone bricks, I can see being alright, but I think the red bricks, squeaky chair. I think the red bricks look just a bit too modern, a bit too out of place. So let me know what you think about those. I'm interested in finding out how many people have the same opinion as me regarding them. I might still use them every now and then when I want to spoof some kind of modern apartment or something crazy like that, but for the most part, I just don't like using bricks. They look very, very off topic in Minecraft. Oh, there we go. I didn't lose any health that time. Oh, I didn't get this stuff. I just completely ignored it, and that block is gonna get something. Also, I'm assuming you heard that spider down there, and I'm very interested in where that is. Looks like it's around here. Oh, sidetracking nonsense. It's gonna have to happen. It's gonna have to happen right now. I have to check out where that sound was coming from. Well, okay, that's a dead end. That works too, I guess. What's in here? What's in here? Not much. Gravel. Good, good. That's what we need. I'll come back later for that gravel. Yes, mark it out. Get some. Yes, we gotta remember what that is. That's important. Yep. That's important. There we go. That's a wonky arrow. There. Good. Important. Now, pig. Chicken. No. No. We need cacti and cows. Two of which we have not seen yet. Well, I haven't seen it. You might have seen it, but I haven't. So, I'm just going to go around because I don't like walking through massive biomes to find another biome. So I think I'm going to go to the other side of this hill. Beyond the spawn point, because that's one place where I know I won't get quite as lost if I trek further than I maybe should. See if we can find something interesting there, preferably cacti, but even more preferably cows, because we have everything we need right now to make a really great book. I mean, you know, J.K. Rowling and meets Tolkien and all that crap. It's going to be amazing. Actually, it's probably just going to be a notebook full of, you know, squiggles. My handwriting is horrible, so I'm assuming my handwriting in video games is even worse because it's in pixels. Very low resolution handwriting. But for my purposes, it will be fine. I just need it for coordinates and such. It's really convenient. I should really make an adventure map. I really should, because I said 2 things were required before I would be willing to make an adventure map. Even though I had a whole bunch of mechanics, and I'm still developing lots of mechanics, right? If you've seen my Minecraft tech show, you already know I have plenty of mechanics for making a fairly good adventure map. Oh, flowers. But the problem is, I had 2 requirements before I would make an adventure map. One, I wanted to be able to spawn mobs wherever I want at will. This has been essentially done with the changes made to spawners, really amazing. The changes made to NBT data. Oh, that pump, you know what? That pumpkin stay in there then. And also the changes to the way that mobs stay. They don't disappear once they spawn if they're holding on to something. Really good. So you can place mobs specifically, and also the mob eggs. So with all that combined, I'm really running out of excuses not to make an adventure map. See, my second requirement was being able to write on books and paper. Now, paper isn't really a requirement now that we have books that we can write on, so I'm not that worried about it. But now that we can write in books, and I can spawn mobs at will, my 2 major complaints or requirements, prerequisites, whatever you want to call it, I'm definitely running low on excuses, and I assume it would be kind of cool, kind of fun to make an adventure map, so maybe once I've stockpiled a few delicious Minecrafty episodes, and I'm going to check out where the zombie is coming from, because I have a feeling there's a dungeon. Hi there, buddies. Yeah, once I have a few episodes stockpiled, maybe I'll start working on either an adventure map or maybe a survival map, you know, maybe just, I'll get out Voxel Sniper whenever it gets updated. Maybe it's already updated now as I speak, because I haven't been paying much attention. But I'll get that out maybe and start working on some interesting terrain. Maybe I'll just throw together some cool terrain first, release that as a survival map, and then maybe worry about the rest later, add interesting stuff to make it a sort of a modified survival / adventure map. it could be a way to get it done. You know, you would have some content to mess with before the map is fully released as an adventure map. I would be able to get feedback. Oh, look, he has a block. Oh, you bastard. You know what? Well, that's just not gonna... Oh, that's just not gonna fly. And this is apparently where the spider decided to run off to, despite the fact that he was seeing me, he was wall hacking to see me through the wall way out there. But yeah, I got some more delicious mossy. I do not remember where that last dungeon was that I... Oh yeah, in the mine shaft. Right. So I have lots of mossy this time around. And by this time around, I mean I'm just getting more. What can I get? A potato. All right. That is going to be amazing. What can I get rid... Oh, there we go. Crafting bench? You know what? I don't really need string. Can I make wool out of it? That's amazing. Okay, I'll make wool, and I'll throw down eggs, and I will collect the rest of this mossy. It's important. You know, it's rare. Maybe someday they'll make it so that you can get it some other way, but I really doubt he will. And by he, I mean whoever happens to be working on the game. And considering there are no females I'm aware of in the Mojang office, I'm assuming whoever's going to be working on Minecraft now or in the future, currently Jeb, is going to be male, so he is accurate at the moment. But yeah, I'm assuming he's not going to add a way to get them legitimately without finding them in dungeons, because he's mentioned before, and by he, this time I'm talking about Notch probably. We got to get back to base. Yeah. So I'm assuming he's not going to add them because he wanted them to be rare. You know, something you had to find in a special place. Some place that was... Oh, hi there, buddy. Some place that, you know, you had to work to get it, you know. And I'm totally okay with that. But certain things like the circular chiseled stone bricks, it's a bit annoying because, you know, I like having decorative stuff like that, and it's a bit annoying that it's harder to get in survival mode. But what can you do, right? I mean, you gotta wait for the updates, and you know, emailing them won't do any good because they got more important things to work on than adding decorative blocks, and really, mods can do that as well, so it's not a big deal, not a big concern, but I would just like to see a way to get the decorative blocks, like the chiseled stone bricks, legitimately in survival. But for now, I have just about everything I could... Wow, I'm going to have to make a storage place. And with that, I will see you next time.